What's going on today, everybody? I got another beer review for you. Today, we are diving into New Belgium's The Hemperor. I had this 2 weeks ago on our weekly bottle share, and this beer blew me away. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have this tonight. Music playing tonight is Pink Floyd for obvious reasons, because well, it's got hemp leaves, and you'll see why. Putting it in a Spiegelau IPA glass. Let's get into this guy. Oh my god. So, now I know what you're thinking. It's a hemp beer, it's gotta be a gimmick, right? Like, it can't taste that good. That's where you're wrong there, friendo. This beer, oh my gosh, on the aroma, smells like marijuana. It is a very pungent, very strong aroma. And it might be off-putting to some people. You know, it's entirely your choice, but you're probably going, okay, yeah, cool, whatever, Hemperor smells like marijuana, it's a beer, you know, whoop-de-doo. Well, it's an IPA, and for whatever reason, the earthiness of the hemp seeds that they used in this really accents the hop choices that they've made with this beer. So it's very well crafted, everything works so well together. So, getting a little bit ahead of myself about the aroma, but it's important to capture that on camera, how in your face the aroma is. So here we go, we're gonna dive in. First things first, as always with any beer review, give it a smell. So, on the nose, like I said, marijuana. You can smell citrusy hops kind of underlying the dankness of like the hemp aroma. You do smell a little bit of the sweet grain, like a little bit of biscuit underneath there. And this beer clocks in at 7%, so you're not gonna get a lot of perceived alcohol on the nose, but you smell the sweetness from the grain. So we've already given it that. Let's give it a color look. It's a gorgeous pale color, nice and like golden straw color. A little bit on the lighter side for some IPAs, but it's a very beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful thing. So we're gonna give this thing a taste, so cheers everybody. So nuanced, so balanced. It's hard to find an IPA that's not, you know, marketed as a double IPA or a hazy IPA anymore. It's hard to find an IPA that is just a good IPA all around. If you took away the hemp seed, the aroma and everything from that, I think this beer would still stand on its own two legs as just an IPA without any, you know, gimmick attached to it. This beer, very balanced, very nuanced. The earthiness of the hemp seed with the hop choices really sets this beer off. It kind of takes it to another level. You know, their whole thing on the bottle is a complete sensory, you know, overload, so to speak, because you have the hemp and then you have the hop choice, and it's just, it's one of those beers. It's very, very good. And no, it won't get you high, won't get you stoned. It's hemp. There may be a little bit of detectable CBD in this, but we're not going to go down that road because I don't want New Belgium to get in trouble. And I don't know, it's not lab tested, but I would imagine in the brewing process there's probably not much, if any, detectable traces of it. So anyways, I digress. This beer is balanced on par as far as taste and character for an IPA, in the same vein that Pliny the Elder is a balanced beer. You know, I know what you're saying. Pliny the Elder was the first like West Coast IPA. That's the one that's the granddaddy of all of them, right? That's the hoppy monster that started the whole movement. And you'd be right on that for the most part. However, by today's standards, Pliny is just a very solid IPA. It's not a huge hop monster like it was perceived originally. You know, it's a very balanced IPA. Super good, but a lot of people kind of go, oh my gosh, it's the best in the world. If you're one of those people, I applaud you, but you're missing the whole big picture, just looking at everything through a keyhole, and you gotta try some more IPAs, to be honest. So, I digress. Beer, tastes amazing. Let's give it another taste, because I kind of went on a tangent there, and I didn't talk too much about the hop choice or the grain or how it's perceived, so let's give that another taste. Cheers. Definitely herbaceous and earthy from the hemp. The hop choices are a little bit piney, a little bit citrusy, a little bit grassy, not too much so. And the grain is really, really stripped down. It's a very simple grain bill. It definitely tastes like there's some crystal malt in there for the color, obviously, and possibly some biscuit. It's a great malt, really, really nice, really balanced. If it's not biscuit, then they might be using Maris Otter, kind of the same overall character in the beer, but I digress. This thing is exceptional. If you have the chance to pick this beer up, if you see it in your bottle shops, what have you, it comes in a 6-pack. 6-pack is white with the Hemperor logo on it, and, you know, like a green handle across the top of the 6-pack. Wasn't too expensive because it's New Belgium. New Belgium usually produces reasonably affordable beer for, you know, that's a quality beer. So I would definitely pick it up. So you're probably wondering, yeah, it's a little gimmicky, it's a hemp IPA, what's the deal, right? Like, is it really that good? And I know I kind of told you to pick it up, but I'm going to give you my unabashed opinion, 100% beer review as is, no gimmicks aside. Give this beer a score on a scale of 1 to 10. This beer sits at an 8.25 for me. It's not world class, but it's very well executed. And I've had a couple other hemp infused beers and they were not very good. This is very, very, very good. And I would definitely suggest getting it just for the sensory experience. That's why I put this album on, because it's Pink Floyd. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you found it useful or found it entertaining, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment below, and thanks guys. Have a great night. Cheers.